Let's give it up for Jody Fuller. Jody!
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, one of the great things about Stuttering is that we get 5 minutes tonight, so I only had to prepare 2.5 minutes of material. So you got to look at everything from a positive point of view. When I was a kid growing up in Opelika, Alabama.
War Eagle.
Anybody heard of that?
War Eagle.
When I was a kid growing up in Opelika, I was actually starting quarterback for the junior high school football team. And one time we were down by 5 points, but had all 3 timeouts left. And I just knew, I just knew that I was going to be able to drive my team down for the winning score. And I dropped back a pass, and I hit my buddy Adrian across the middle for a 9-yard gain, and I run down to the referee and I said, "Time out, time out, time out." And they charged us with all 3 timeouts. We lost that game. You know, coaches frown upon delay a game anyway, so that kind of sucks. But it's not all bad though, because there was another time when I was a little boy. I went to see Santa Claus at the Midway Plaza in Opelika, Alabama. He had a trailer set up, which at the time seemed perfectly normal. I thought everybody lived in trailers. Why not Santa Claus? And I walked up, and I guess I caught him off guard because he had his beard down, smoking a Lucky Strike. So I sit in his lap, and he said, "Look." He stuttered too. He said, "Little boy, what do you want for Christmas?" I said, "Santa, let me get a skateboard." And I ran the Christmas morning, had 8 skateboards on the tree. Now, it's important to let you know that I don't make fun of stuttering. I try to bring awareness to stuttering. But I have been made fun of a lot in my life. A couple of years ago, I was out in Las Vegas, and I bumped into LL Cool J. LL's a really, really nice guy for all intents and purposes. But he asked me my name, and I told him Jody Fuller. And I guess I got caught up on my last name because he said, "How does your last name go? How does that begin? F? And I said, "No. Actually, it begins with Full." And then I took off running because he had his boys with him. But something you may not know about stuttering is that one of the greatest voices of our time, James Earl Jones, stuttered when he was growing up. The voice of Darth Vader. Now, could you imagine if he had not been able to overcome his stuttering? It would have been like, "Luke, I am your Luke, I am your Luke, what I'm trying to say is that I am your mama's baby's daddy." People, a lot of times, people think people who stutter are dumb, less intelligent, but we're not. I've met dumb people everywhere I've been. The other day, I was riding down the road with one of my very good friends, and I'm over in the passenger seat playing like Words with Friends, whatever I'm doing. And he comes up to the light and he said, "Hey, you think they drove all the way up here from Ecuador?" I said, "Do what?" He said, "That car tag. Look, they from Ecuador." And I leaned forward and I said, "Dude, that says educator." Dumb people. My first quarter in college, man, we were in an ethics class, and the teacher was talking about what we're going to be talking about in that class. So he's going around brainstorming. He's like, "What do you think about abortion?" Says, "What do you think about capital punishment?" And says, "What do you think about euthanasia?" This guy says, "Well, I know they're making work real hard in sweatshops." Dumb people everywhere you look. And we got them in the Army too. When I was enlisted, I was a medic, and I was stationed at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. And one day I cut my finger. And I did what every red-blooded American male does. What did I do? Well, that's what I tried. I went to put that thing in my mouth, and just before it got in my mouth, a hand appeared from nowhere, grabbed my wrist and said, "Doc, don't do that. You can get AIDS." Like, I'm trying to go to war with this guy. A lot of people always ask me what causes stuttering, and I can't tell you with great certainty, but I can tell you that I grew up very, 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 very poor. And Christmas in 1977 is the year that Star Wars hit theaters, and I wanted one thing and one thing only. Wanted Chewbacca dolls. Remember with the string on the back, you pull it. That's all I wanted. But Mama couldn't afford it. Luckily, my Uncle Kerwood was a taxidermist. And I woke up Christmas morning in 1977 with a 13-inch wolf rat laying on my chest. And I'm pretty sure that's where the stuttering came from. My name is Jody Ford. Thanks so much, guys.
Excellent, man.
Let's give it up again for Jody Fuller.